Top of the evening. Peace, love, prosperity to all. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say tonight, but I know I'm gonna say something. I got a story to tell, I got an experience to share, and that's just how we gonna go. So, first is the story. Story is this morning I got up at 7:12 a.m. exactly on the dot, on all two dots, because there's two dots in the 7:12. See what I'm saying? I got up this morning and I was gonna help a homeless shelter organization move some stuff from a previously functional hotel slash group of cabins. So I'm going, and first off, like, no one was there when it was starting. It was at 8. So mom told me that. I was like, all right, thank you. So I'm gonna have some breakfast because I didn't get any breakfast before that point. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna eat me some cinnamon toast crunch with a side of corn syrup. But anyway, we're gonna touch on that later. But what I mean by corn syrup, I didn't actually pour corn syrup in there. I just mean the high fructose corn syrup that's in everything. Keep pace, bruh. Anyway, so I get up this morning, I eat some cereal, I head out the door. 8:15, I'm there. No one's still at the facility now, but come around 8:20, slightly thereafter, I go down the hill and I see a guy there waiting in the car. So I'm like, all right, word. So he's there. He shows me the rooms. They're functional. They're at a fair place. You know what I mean? Like, say, you remember, it's a homeless shelter. So if you're homeless, there's beds in there. There's a microwave, a fridge, a chair and desk. You're able to stay there if possible. So I'm seeing all these 25 rooms and I'm thinking, wow, like this don't look that bad. Like a couple of them had junk in it, I'll be honest. Like those wouldn't be functional rooms, but I only saw a couple of them with that type of presence. So now I'm learning, I heard mom talk about it because she works with them. But I'm learning that, they're about to bulldoze this whole establishment in order to renovate it and make it brand new and modern because it hadn't been upgraded. Now, here's the thing, yo. I live in Vermont, the capital of the North Pole. And here's what's going on over here. Just like many places, unfortunately, in this country, we now have a large homeless population. And what's going on there is basically people have been staying in hotels and vouchers and stuff like that, but them vouchers are going to wear thin. They're going to wear out. They're going to expire sooner or later. Unfortunately, it seems like sooner, especially for the winter. So for the winter, which is coming next month just about because it's September, and last year it snowed October 16th, I remember. Winter is coming, folks, and there's a large homeless population, and we're about to bulldoze this whole establishment in order to make it new, fresh, and modern for homeless people, for people who need somewhere to stay now, basically, right? So I'm thinking, all right, yeah, that's a cool thought. You might be thinking too, that's a cool thought, they deserve better. Why are you critiquing? I'm critiquing because these people need a place to stay now. You think they give a fuck how big their bathtub is or how modern their AC unit looks? Because I don't think so. I was in that position last year, February. I had to stay in a hotel and the room was trash. But guess what? It was better than staying outside in the cold. You know what I mean? So that's a potential extra like 25 or so rooms that could be used. And that's why it kind of hurts my heart because it's like you guys bulldozing this right before winter when that's especially when people need a place to stay. You get what I'm going at? So anyway, that kind of got me, but nonetheless, I did the work. I moved a bunch of fridges, microwaves, lamps, beds, all that fun stuff up a hill to the main building facility. And so, we stacked all that in the basement after teleporting, transporting these things in vans and such like that. So at the end of the day, it was just like, wow, like this thing, it's, what is it, Friday now? That whole thing is going down to the ash on Monday in 3 days, and ain't shit we could do about it really but talk about it and critique it. So hence why I'm doing this. I'm critiquing because that's the one thing I can do, right? It's funny because, you know, the guy who's running this thing, he got, let's say allegedly, he got 2.5 milli. And I'm speaking not in pennies, not in 5 cents, not in 25 cents. No, $2.5 million as a grant, as a loan, as a certificate of deposit, as money, as an investment to take care of this facility, to improve it. And what we're doing when when we get our eyes on that money, our eyes change to cha-ching, the dollar signs immediately. So we start going and dreaming and fantasizing all this shit like, oh, hell yeah, I can improve this. I'll put a fucking luxury hot tub in this bitch. You know what I mean? But nah, all we need is a little shower. You know what I mean? Like a bathroom. It's fine. As long as it works, as long as you got heat in there, we good. We just need to live, survive through this basically 6 months of winter in this state of Vermont. Like I said, the capital of the North Pole. You said I was joking. Ha! You know how many versions of Santa Claus I've seen around here? Mostly skinny though. We ain't got no good food. Anyway though, well that just kind of got to me today. But I did the work. I moved a bunch of stuff and they're gonna bulldoze it regardless. So hey. But you know what I mean? You get my principle. My principle is this: if they need a place to stay, let them stay there. Work on construction when the weather's going to be good, when you can actually do that, rather than starting it, bulldozing it, putting a pause on it through the winter, and then going on with life when these people ain't got nowhere to stay. So yeah, I got a bunch of kids looking like they trick-or-treating out here, but I ain't on their mind. Anyway, so that was my story. What's next? Who knows? Man, I'm all distracted and shit. Let me give myself a second, though. One, as my sisters would say. All right, dope. So now that was my story, and now I got a little bit of a something else to say. Let me just empty out my heart. It is now 8:06 in the p.m. and I guess I kind of postponed this. Like, I was done with work at like one little 3:30, 3:40, just before 4 o'clock. And, I got home, did this, did that, listened to some music. Oh yeah, experience. So here's what I'm going through as of now. Thankfully, this is my past self. I'm recording it now, yes. But me watching this means it's my past self. So I'm going to give myself the benefit of the doubt. I've joined 2 dating sites now, to be unnamed, but just out of curiosity, and also I want to meet people. It's been boring. You know what I mean? I live in a house with a bunch of kids and my mom. It's been boring, yo. I hear a bunch of noise, bunch of screaming, bunch of arguing over bullshit. I see a bunch of violence. They be slapping each other for nothing. But it means a lot to them in the moment, just like all of us. When we get pissed off, we'll whap a bitch for no reason. And bitch here is non-gender is gender neutral. We'll slap a bitch for no reason. You know what I mean? Anyway, that said, I've joined 2 dating sites now, and people are boring. Apparently you gotta find a real official way to hit them up. Hey ain't good no more. Hi ain't good no more. Well, I knew that. I don't use hi because it's like 2 letters, and they're like, oh my god, this guy's boring. Oh, look the other way. Don't. Hi? You didn't even spell it with a G-H? Yeah, I ain't even with that. Anyway, I get, let's say, for every 10 messages I send, allegedly, for every 10 messages I send, let's say I get 2 responses, if I'm lucky. And then the conversation just ends, at least for 2 full days. And then they might pick back up the mantle and be like, oh, this guy, that. 1 3-word answer, and that's that. Otherwise, you get them girls who be like, hey, handsome. And you're just like, hey, what's up? And then they say, I have Snap. Then they send you Snap. You're like, all right, dope. You add them on Snap. And then it's just like, how long you want? Half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, $50, $100, $200. And it's just like, And they're like, what city you at? I'm just like, hey, yo, ho. Oh, it's like, why must it be one extreme or the other? It's either like no interest, or it's like, fuck me right now. I don't want the fuck me right now, and I don't want no interest. So why can't I find somebody who's just like, hey, let's go on a photo shoot. Dope. Cool. Don't gotta be today. Don't gotta be next week. It could be next month if I'm here. You know what I mean? My life is pretty unpredictable, but whose life is really predictable? We got literally all of the forces of nature around us. You know what I mean? We have our friends, we have our family, we have coronavirus, as so would say. You know what I mean? Like, we got all these things just determining our fate, and hopefully not our fatality at the moment. Listen, I found out one of my friends' friends unfortunately passed away recently in a car crash. You know, and it's just like, your boy was younger than me. Like, this on some real stuff. He was younger than me, passed away in a car accident. That could have been me. That could have been you. That could have been anyone. And it happened to be him this time. And that really brought some perspective to me, because I was like, shit, like, I could be gone right now. My family could have been the ones crying. But it's like, what am I doing with this life? You know, all I'm doing is, you know, on a daily basis, to be honest with you, I say I'm working on music and photography. Bullshit. I am. Barely. I got plenty songs in my phone written. I got a few drafts recorded. Am I doing anything with them? Not really. Not really. Should I be? Probably. But am I? Not really. And so what's going on now is I'm editing one that has been recorded for over a year now. And that's going to come out. It's called In My Mind. Because I've been trapped in my mind. Lost in my mind. Stuck in my head. Yeah. Like Solomon said. Word to Solo. Solo. But yeah, man. So, and photography, I take photos all the time when I have my camera. You know, but I don't really, when I go out with my camera rather. But I don't really go out like that with my camera. You know what I mean? So I got thousands, I think thousands of photos now, over 3,000 on this one SD card. But I'm not really doing much with them. What I'd like to do is a calendar. I want to make a legit photo calendar with my photos, because I have taken photos every month of the year. See what I'm saying? That'd be awesome. That'd be dope. That's the goal. Here it is. Here I am. I'd like to also make, like, I don't know, a collage or something like that. But just do something with them. You know, so they're not just going to waste and shit like that. Like, I don't need my energy, I don't need anything going to waste. We don't need anything going to waste. And yet so many things are. Most of all, most importantly to me, is me. I'm going to waste. I'm 20 years old. And what do I have to show for it? I have a couple merits, you know what I mean? A couple certificates from school. And by a couple, I mean, you know, well over a dozen. But that's not for me, yo. You know, from grade 3 or 5 straight up through like grade, I don't think I got any grade 12. Straight up through, let's say, grade 9. Plenty of merits and stuff like that. What does that say to me? Not much. I still keep them, mind you. You know what I mean? I went to grade 1 in piano. But like, what does that mean? It's nothing. It's a piece of paper, just like money. It's nothing. Sorry to tell you, but it literally is paper with a number stamped on it in 4 corners. Ooh. It's a representation of wealth, but we take it to be the actual wealth itself. See what I'm saying? That's like trying to climb up a sign that says mountain. You ain't hiking, bruh. You are climbing a sign. And then you say, this don't look like the mountain, Lord. Please send me a sign. Where do I need to go? And God's just there like, my son, you have so much to remember. We're all part of God. And if we're all part of the essence, does that make us essential? I say yes. And therefore, if we share the essence with the essence, then we are that essence, right? Therefore, if we come from God, we are also God. We are also gods and goddesses. Because, you know, in the realm of the infinite, the absolute, let's say there is no male or female. But down here, there is male and female. Welcome. I've been here for 20 years. How long you been here? You could post a comment. I'm new to this YouTube thing too. So please like, comment, share, subscribe. However you feeling, you know what I mean? And I encourage you to also drop these videos. We already do these Snapchat stories and such like that, which people don't really give a fuck about. If we being honest, like all of us just see Snapchat stories, okay. And that's us skipping through the story. We're like, damn, they post a lot. Next person, did it? Oh, okay. And then you're like, oh shoot, I haven't seen them story in a while. Do you? No, I don't, cause I don't care. Sorry, y'all. But Snapchat, like, I have deleted that app a handful of times. And somehow I just have a few friends on there, just very, very few friends who I still somewhat enjoy talking to. Right? But it's just like everyone else can just like I can just unadd. But then again, that's when they get salty. That's when they start talking to you. After you unadd or you know, do some stuff, then they'll message you on something else. They'll find you, be like, you unadded me? Why did you unadd me? It's like, we don't talk anyway. I didn't think you'd notice. Well, I sent you something and it was pending. Oh, thank you. And then leave. But now, if you leave them on red. So that's another red flag. Ah! That's one of the benefits of sitting in your car. You get to do that. It's pretty cool. Yeah, though. I just wanted to stay with my commitment of making a daily video. And this is me, day 2. TCYA, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for viewing. And please, once again, for the algorithm and for my for my superficial confidence boost, leave a like. Please comment whatever's on your mind, whatever's in your heart, preferably. And subscribe. You know what I mean? If you want to see some more entertaining, real videos. Because this is just me unfiltered finally. I even had some red wine. And that's why I enter the bleep title screen. But once again, I don't know how to edit this shit. So I'm going to just do that vocally. You know? It was pretty funny though. Like, I tried to open a bottle. Right? I'm just, like, see mom's pink wine, and I'm like, ooh. I'm like, let me see if I can open this with my hands, right? This is it. This is the bottle on the counter. I'm like, all right. I'm like, and then my hand shot up. Ah! It hit the cabinet. It hit the Kaepernick. Right? Okay. So the cabinet was legit. Like, where is this thing? Can you see my ceiling? That's my ceiling. So the cabinet was yay far from it. So I was pulling it and it just went straight up. Pow! And it popped and the whole thing looked like smoky and stuff. It was pretty cool. But, you know, and for legal reasons, listen. I am a citizen of the Bahamas states of the Commonwealth. All right? That means 18 plus can go all they want. And while I'm in my car, I'm in the Bahamas. That's how I feel. Don't ask me where I sip, though. Dope. All right, so that's all I gotta say for the day. Apparently, all right, dope. So y'all have a great night, have a great morning, have a great afternoon. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.